Hello, 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 hello. You know, I should really change this camera. But here we go. Hello. Good evening. Hello, Phil. Hello, Michael. Hello, Mr. T Money. Hello, Cambo. You guys can hear me okay, right? Before I say hello to everybody. How's things? I've got new projects to get on the works. 5x5. We're in the pipe. God, it's been a while since I watched Aliens. Express elevator to hell, going down. I've been grabbing a bunch of sprues. I dropped a bunch of models this weekend. So that was really annoying. So I'm gonna make a couple of jump packs because I want to rip the broken jump packs off. And then I think I'm gonna make 2 more Death Company with eviscerators. But I actually need your help. Because I've got this guy. Where is he? I want to make this guy the like classic chaplain, right? Because then that gives me, it would give me more chaplains with jump packs, which I think I need, or I think I want. But I feel like this guy's going to get replaced pretty soon. So I feel like I need to get him on a big tactical rock. I thought I had an old box of assault. Not even assault intercessors, just an assault squad. Remember the assault squad that came with tactical rocks? So I think that's one of my missions this week. I need to find a tactical rock. Is there any good tactical rocks on the new 40k sprues? Like, any of the new Primaris sprues have good tactical rocks on them? I can't think of any. I mean, like if I had a spare Dante or something, I could have chopped his legs off, but I don't have a spare Dante. But yeah, I've got last night I was working on a video for Friday. It's almost ready. Talking about like my tournament performance, everything I learned, what I learned with playing Rage Cursed Onslaught now. Nine games I've played with Rage Cursed Onslaught now. So I feel like I'm at the point where like I can objectively talk about the detachment now. Assault jump pack intercessors have some good rocks. The Sandguard have some good rocks, do they? Because I've got the combat patrol right behind me. Evening, Ardeen. Oh, there's like a little... Oh, one of the Sandguard, you might be right. One of these guys might have a good rock. I just want to push him up like a little bit higher. Alright, I'll check that. Thank you. The new Sandguard. I haven't really built too many of the new Sandguard. Major Pie. Thanks for that, dude. Or Major Pie. How the hell you say that, I don't know. Henry, greeting commander. I have 2 of those chaplain. I modified mine with power fists from Archie's Forge. Oh yeah, because the chaplain, you typically want to run him with the power fist on one arm and the Crozius in the other arm rather than Infernal Pistol. Oh, that's dangerous actually, because there's a lot of rumours that we're going to get a new chaplain. What is this model with wings? He's the chaplain with a jump pack. This is a sprue. I must have had this sprue for about a decade. It's almost criminal that I haven't made it. He's got an Infernal Pistol in one hand and a Crozius in the other, but I always run him with the power fist in Crozius. Evening, Flowbrain, how you doing? But yeah, it was cool. Like, I really enjoyed my weekend. I was very busy, obviously, with the tournament. Most of my games lasted almost to the time, right? Like, I don't think I had any games that were like one player ran away with them. So it was like 5 really tough games. And I was looking before the stream. I've got a Ball Predator that's got like the assault cannon and the the heavy bolters, and I really want to convert it to double flamer. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to look through my bits box and see if I can find some big flamers. Because I think I've fallen in love with the Bile Predator after this weekend. I'm going to talk about that a lot on this week's tactics video. But yeah, I did drop a couple of guys that I'd printed jump packs. And they just fucking smash, man. Like, look at this. You see these little wing things? Just, I guess, this is a printed jump pack, obviously. So I'm going to get it off. I don't really know how I'm going to get it off. Probably just brute force, I guess. Yeah, it's going to need some brute force. I just don't want to rip the model off the base or damage it while I'm getting it off. Yeah, I haven't really figured out how I'm getting it off. Like that, apparently. Yeah, that was a printed jump pack. So it can go in the bin. And there was one more guy that had a broken jump pack as well. Where was he? So I knocked like my whole tray of models on the floor right in the middle of the tournament. That was really... There we go. Oh, that one came off way easier. Cool. Alright, so those guys are getting new jump packs. They're getting upgrades. Fucking... 3D print. I like 3D printed stuff, but it's not as it doesn't bounce as well as the Games Workshop plastic, does it? Do you remember when you used to have metal models? You drop them on the floor and they just shattered into a million pieces. At least the new plastic, you drop it on the floor, for the most part, it just bounces, right? Hi John, I hope you're doing a lot better than Sunday evening. I said congrats on the Sunday performance. You did say when talking to the GT winner you needed to lose a game to see what worked, etc. Yeah, I mean, it is good to lose some games. And yeah, I think just in the heat of the moment I get very upset when I lose at 40k. You know, like I generally blame myself. I try to be a good sport. I try and be nice to my opponent even if I'm frustrated, but yeah, I think I was quite frustrated this weekend. It's fine. I'm all good. I enjoyed making the video. It's going to be a bumper video because I was filming for like 2 hours last night. I was like, oh my god, I'm just talking and talking and talking. So this week's tactics video might be a long one. I'm guessing there's no way I can cut it down to like 20-25 minutes, which is normally what I aim for. So expect an hour-long tactics video this Friday. Might not be an hour, I'll definitely cut some of it, but yeah. Did I get a headache on the second day? Do you know what, Aradine? I feel like I would have got a headache on the second day. One of the guys that runs tournaments near here messaged me, and he said that what he does is after the first game, he just preventatively, or I don't know what you call it. He just like preempts it. He's like, I'm probably gonna get a headache. Let me just pop some painkillers like paracetamol after game 1. And I usually don't like taking painkillers if I don't like if I'm not in pain. I think it's kind of counterproductive, because then I think when you are in pain the painkillers won't work as well, right? But like, I just said fuck it. So after my game 1 on Sunday, which was also a really tough game, I played against a Kroot Tau list that I'd never seen before. It had so many 10-man Kroot squads, so many Kroot, yeah, just like the whole board is just flooded with Kroot. It was a really cool list actually, and it was a really close game. Like, I actually think that he was winning all the way to turn 5, and I just nicked it at the end. But yeah, after that game, I just took some paracetamol because I was like, that seemed like a really intense game. Let me just take a painkiller even though I feel okay. And then like halfway through game 5, I could feel a bit of a niggle of a headache coming. So I feel like if I hadn't taken the painkiller after game 1, I would have definitely had a headache again in game 2. I don't know if I just am trying to do too many calculations in my head or what it is, but like, you know, my day job requires a lot of thought. I think it's the standing, right? Is it the standing that does it? I don't know. Do you think Land Raiders will survive through to 11th edition? I kind of do, because they're iconic, but I kind of don't think the Vindicator tank will. I'm also questioning like Rhinos, Whirlwinds, even like the Bile Predator I'm questioning, because like after this weekend I kind of want to buy a second Bile Predator. Did the second day go much smoother? Well, I won every game on day 2. I played Tau, and I played... Oh, what the hell did I play last? Let me think. I can't believe I can't remember. Oh, Votann. But the advantage of playing against the Votann is I've played against Votann. I've probably played against Votann maybe not 10 times, but somewhere in the region of like 7 or 8 times. And like he had 2 of those land fortresses full of shit, like berserkers, and then he had a bunch of like the Votann Terminators and the Hearthkin. So like I'm not super familiar with everything, but I know it well enough. So the game against Votann was probably the game that I had the most, like Votann was the army that I was most familiar with of all 5 games at the tournament. So yeah, that was actually my biggest win. So it just shows you that having knowledge of your enemy really makes a difference, because I think that was the only game that I won by like more than 20 points, and it's because I've played Votann like 10 times, like I said, and I've played against all those units. I know exactly what they need to do. I had to ask, like at the start of the game, a couple of things. Like I was like, what's the range on the land fortresses, big cannon again, you know, like, so it wasn't like I knew everything, but I definitely knew enough. Am I sticking with Rage Cursed? For at least for now, yeah, I think so. But am I changing up what I'm taking in Rage Cursed? Probably change it up significantly. Any immediate changes? Yeah, I'm thinking about a second Ball Predator. I'm also thinking about maybe it's time to get rid of the Vindicator tanks. My opinion of Vindicator tanks is they're amazing if you go second. If you go first, they're not amazing, because they don't have the range to threaten the whole board. So you really need your opponent to go first and move into the range. If that's not happening, then it makes it much harder, and I actually went first at this event 4 times. So yeah, I was kind of off the Vindicators before. I've had fun with them, you know. People hate playing against them as well, which is always fun, but I think I'm putting the Vindicators on the shelf for now. Are you planning on using jump pack intercessors on standard assault intercessor's body? I'm actually going to put these jump packs... Oh, those are standard assault intercessors, yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, another thing I can do, T-Money, is just slap a fuckload of super glue on them. I mean, that works pretty well as well, you know? If the Vindicator survives into 11th edition, will you buy a new one, or wait till the new codex first? What do you mean by a new one? You mean like buy the plastic kits? You don't like my metal Vindicator kits, man? What do you think of the Stormraven gunship for Blood Angels? Don't run it. It's... well, I mean... I think if you want to run a Stormraven, you probably need to run it in the next 6 months, because I'm pretty sure the Stormraven will go Legends, because they're kind of getting rid of flyers a little bit, and it's not very competitive. Like, I took it to a tournament and it was my worst tournament ever, and I paired it with the most overpowered things I think I could pair it with. So yeah, I really don't rate it. I think it's too many points, and I think in Blood Angels it's just not good enough. You've talked about getting 3 Vindicators in the past. Yeah, I think that's more of an Ultramarines thing. You know, like Kenny, who's won that event in Inverness like 3 times now, he's done 3 Vindicators before. I think it's valid if you're Ultramarines. I don't think it's Blood Angels. Oh shit, did I not cut off another bit of that jump back? Damn it. Do you hydrate between games? I always drink 1 big bottle of water in each game. Yeah, no, I hydrated loads, man. I've actually been cutting down like a lot of artificial crap from my diet for the last like 2 months. So I had a lot of water in every game, or I had a lot of water during the day. I had very limited caffeine, same as I do on any normal day. I think it's just the standing, maybe. The standing obviously burns a lot of energy, maybe. Like, you're standing around, you know, you play 3 games, you don't... Maybe you sit down a little bit at lunchtime, but yeah, maybe you're standing around for like 6-7 hours, and my back's okay, man. I think it comes down to having 2 very young children. I'm always picking up my kids, and because I'm always picking them up, my lower back must be quite strong. But then I also do deadlifting in the gym, and I've been trying to build up my deadlifts. So maybe if you've got a sore back from Warhammer tournaments, deadlifting is probably going to help you loads. Deadlifting is just when you have like a lot of weight on the ground, and you're just bending down and lifting it up, right? So yeah, I've been trying to build up my deadlift now for, I guess, like 18 months. How do you feel about the company heroes and the captain? Would you replace them in the future? Probably. Where they had some plays where they did pretty amazing, but yeah, I mean, I think their day in the sun was earlier this edition, right? Like, I think people didn't really I think people do still underestimate that unit, actually. But I don't think it was cheaper before, right? I started lifting yesterday, only a year after I bought the weights. There you go, man. Good for you. It's January. Get stuck in. I've lost 5 pounds since Christmas, man. So that's like 2.5 kilos since the 27th of December. But I've been fucking starving the last 2 or 3 nights. So, yeah, my post-Christmas diet is going pretty well. We'll have a break this weekend, I think, and then get back at it next week or something. Because I didn't want to lose. I put in my app that I want to lose. I think I said I wanted to lose 1 pound every 2 weeks. Yeah, I think that's what I put in my app. I've lost 5 pounds in 1 month, in less than a month actually. Like 5 pounds in like 3.5 weeks. So I think my app must think. I don't know what it thinks, but it's definitely not got my calories right. That's for sure. Do you think there will be new boxes of Death Company 11th? I do, but I also wonder what the hell they're going to do to the weapon options. I think they're going to change them again. I'm a bit worried about that, because they seem to change the weapon options on Death Company as often as I change my underpants, honestly. Mark says I have a GT next Saturday and Sunday. I'm undecided between a ballistist... Oh shit. Oh, that just pinged off. Why would that do that to me? Found it, luckily. Mark says, I'm undecided between a ballistas or a 10 block of Death Company on foot. I think I have enough shooting with my repulsor and 10-man Hellblasters. You know, I haven't really played the 10 Death Company on foot, man. Maybe there's something there, but I'm just not sure. How many? They get 2 Eviscerators and 1 Thunderhammer, right? It's a bit of a weird squad in terms of like the unit. In terms of like, yeah, it's just a bit of a weird squad in terms of weapon loadouts, isn't it? After the tournament, do you like? I cannot speak. After the tournament, do you still like the 5-man Death Company, or would you go 10? I'm gonna go 10 and 2 5s because I do still like the 5. But I think you do want the 10 for like that big huge nasty target that you can't kill with 5, because there was a few times that my 5 bounced off the enemy, and if I'd had a 10 I'd have been able to utilize the 10. And also the thing about only having them in 5s is people overwatch them, so if you lose 2 or 3 models to Overwatch, suddenly the 5 is somewhat neutered. Right? Like if they've lost 2 guys, 3 guys, then the 5 just doesn't perform as much as you need it to, I guess. So yeah, that's why I'm like what I'm gonna do here on this stream right now is make 2 more Death Company with Eviscerators. Because I only ever made 2 from this box. Because I only had one. I was only running 1 10-man or 2 5s. What did I play into? Drukhari. That was a very tough game. But I did win that game. That was the game that I'd done the most research on, I guess. So Drukhari, Tyrannid Monster Mash. I keep losing at tournaments to enemies that have lots of toughness 10 and above stuff. So I lost to that Nid's Monster Mash. He did an amazing play actually. That scored him like 13 points and like I lost the game by 12 points, and one of his plays did like a 13-point swing, and I was like, I didn't know he could do it, so I guess in a way it was a gotcha, but it was just a really good play. Then I lost to Ultramarines with all the reactive moves. Every single thing was moving away from me. I couldn't charge any of the targets I wanted to charge. It was a really difficult game. And then I beat Votan, and then I beat Tau. But yeah, no, like I said, I think Vindicators are really good if you're going second. If you're going first, not so good. And obviously you can't pick that, right? You don't know if you're going second or first. Was the Ultramarines list before the Victrix points changes? No. And I think the Victrix were 3 wounds each, but the problem with the Ultramarines game wasn't really the Victrix guard. Like, I think I killed the Victrix guard pretty early. It was all his other damage output that just slaughtered me. That was the problem. Sorry, not Wardens. The Blades of Ultramar detachment is very strong, man. The fact that you can just keep going into the same doctrines, right? Like, that's how it works. You can just keep picking the same doctrine over and over and over. Like, it just brutalized me. You know, I should know everything Ultramarines do, but it didn't really matter. It was just like, I just got brutalized. I just noticed you can run Champions of Humanity, Firestorm, on a jump captain leading Sangry Guard. This could be a solution against the -1 damage, -1 to wound. Why, what does Champions of Humanity give you again? I feel like I'm not all that clued up on the Firestorm detachment. I think I've never played it, to be honest. Hey Nikitcha, how you doing? Hey R. Fisher, good evening. I think the Ultramarines, the Ultramarines shot me off the table. They didn't kill me in combat, but they had like, I think he had, I want to say he was able to do 3 reactive moves per turn, and he definitely did like reactive moves multiple times when I tried to get to key targets, and like it just really fucked me. Like, so I was always charging targets that I didn't really care about or weren't my highest priority, and then the targets that I needed to kill just stayed alive to basically kill me. So yeah, tough game against Ultramarines. I ended up finishing higher than the Ultramarines player. I finished 10th, he finished 12th, so ironically, he wasn't as good as me against some of the other armies, but like, if he can just make all my charges 6 inches further, it's very difficult to deal with, right? Are these models from an army set different from jump intercessors? No, it's just a jump intercessor. It's just jump intercessors, man. It's the same sprue. You just use the Death Company upgrade parts to make them more customized, I think. But there's nothing fancy about it. This is essentially the sprue for jump intercessors. Sanguinary Guards still don't even kill Catan with ignore mods. I mean, Catan have always been difficult to deal with, right? You can do multiple reactives in the same phase, just not in the same model or unit. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't on the same model or unit. It was just like multiple units were able to move away from me. From like, you know, like I moved in on one flank, one unit scooted back. I moved in on another flank, another unit scooted back. It was like, oh, for fuck's sake, like, I just can't get to them. Jeffrey says 6-round GT this weekend, lots of Ultramarines expected. Yeah, they're very good right now. And then you can't shoot the Victrix Guard because they'll surge move into you, right? Hello Boris, good luck on your game against the Catan spam. What was the Ultramarines list made? Oh, yeah, no, I answered that question. I've been out of the loop for 3 years, says Aiden. Is now a good time to get back into 40k and learn 10th edition, or just wait for 11th edition? Well, 11th edition is coming out in the summer. But, I mean, it's probably always a good time to get back in, because could you not pick some of your favourite units? And, I mean, maybe don't buy your codex, or maybe don't buy like an army set now, but buy some units that are good, buy a combat patrol, get it painted, be ready for the new edition in summer, because we all know it's coming in summer. It's probably going to go in pre-order in May. I think that's what we discussed in the last stream. So you've got like, what is this? This is end of January now, give or take another week. So you've only got 4 months to wait. Like, can you get a combat patrol built for Blood Angels in 4 months and get a good set of paint on it and then get going? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting against big monsters, it's really important, or any type of monsters, not just Catan, it's really important to finish them off and not leave them on the battlefield with like 1 or 2 wounds. I mean, with Necrons especially, because they're going to regenerate, but with any army, you know, like on one of my games, the game I lost against Nids, I think I left a Norn Emissary on like 2 wounds, which was just so horrific, because I thought I was going to kill it, and then he put a 5-up Feel No Pain on it, and it left it with 2 wounds, and like this big nasty Tyrannid like falls out of combat with, well, fights me in combat, which ideally it wouldn't have been able to fight because I would have, you know, I would have killed it. So it fights me in combat, and then it falls out of combat, and then I'm pretty sure it shot me or lived a whole other turn to shoot me, like, what's the best way to turn off my Blay and Play? Well, Assault Intercessors actually have a lot of... You actually have to be pretty good to play Assault Intercessors, because they're not very durable and you need to jump from cover to cover and stuff. If you want to turn off your brain and play, then just, I don't know, play like... Play a very elite army with like... I mean, maybe Knights might be one of the easiest ways to play. Because you might only get like 4... You could do it with like, you only get 4 models or something. Do you think it's still worth taking MSU Sangry Guard over taking Jump Intercessors? Yeah, I think that's really... Like, I think so, man, because in the tournament I was just at, there was too many times where, like, the jump... Like, especially in... Jump Intercessors are good in Liberator Assault Group, right? Because they're Strength 6. In Rage Curse, they're typically Strength 4, man, and Jump Intercessors with Strength 4. There's too many times where it's like, oh, we're just going to wound you on 6s. And, like, even if you got 10, 20 attacks, when you're only wounding on 6s, you only end up rolling like 2 dice, and then what, they fail 1? Cool, we did 1 wound with their Jump Intercessors. I think I had 1 good play the whole weekend with the Jump Intercessors, where they actually did some good damage into like a high toughness enemy, but for the most part, they just like, meh. Whereas at least the Sangry Guard, 3 of them was, what is it, like 15 attacks? You can buff that to 18. You've got Lance built in. You hit on 2s. The new Necron detachment has a 70% win rate, says Wart. Dude, I'm not even surprised, man. We keep seeing, like, this whole edition, we've had so many problematic detachments and units, and I guess we're now fully in power creep mode, right? Like, it's the end of the edition. This happens at the end of the edition every time, where, like, everything that gets released right at the end of the edition is just crazy powerful. God, the mold lines on these Jump Intercessors are horrific. But yeah, I can imagine 70% win rate. I should probably tell Andrew, because he's away to a tournament next week with his Necrons again. Where'd you get the 70%? Was it on Stat Check? MSU Sangry Guard are amazing. They beat the tar out of other skirmish units. They're hard to kill in combat, and they can sticky if they're shot off the objective. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much one of the things I'm going to be talking about for my video on Friday. Is like, I didn't run any MSU Sangry Guard, but I feel like I should have been. And I feel like if I'm going to keep playing Rage Curse, that's what I'm going to be doing. Andrew did really well at the tournament, man. He only lost 1 game and got a draw. And then 2 wins. Like, it's pretty hard to go to a GT and only lose one game. I told him he did really well. I mean, he was playing a bit of a overpowered detachment, but Andrew loves to play overpowered detachment. That's, you know, like, he at the start of the Christmas holidays, he didn't even have a Necron army. Now, you know, like, he's got 2,000 points of Necrons, and he's away to a tournament just this weekend past, and another one next weekend. They mentioned it on the Stat Check podcast. I see. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, though. I just don't think Blood Angels have enough CP, man. Like, you can throw grenades, like, maybe once or twice in a battle, but it's not like we've got loads of CP. Another thing I want to say about the Ultramarines game is my opponent had that character with a Vect. Is it like Kato? Kato someone? I'm not fully familiar with his name. But, like, he basically had him with a unit of company heroes trying to hang out in the middle and make all my CP costs 1 higher. And it was horrific. Is it Ventress that does the Vector, is it? Yeah, it was really horrific. So I had, like, Ultramarines obviously had Calgar, they're getting 1 extra CP every turn, and then he's trying to make a bunch of my CP cost 2. One of the times I was going to fight on death, and he's like, you can't, because it's going to cost you 3 CP, and I was like, you gotta be shitting me. Yeah, Ultramarines, man. Strong right now, that's for sure. Yeah, we don't have a CP generator. I feel a bit miffed that we don't have a CP generator when, like, every other Marine faction has one. Like, what's that about? Especially if they're going to give other Marine factions, like Vec types ones, you know, where it increases the CP cost. 1 jump captain feels essential. Well, I was running 2 captains. Yeah, Andrew does need a t-shirt that says "Ask me about my 8th edition Iron Hands." That's actually pretty accurate. He loved Iron Hands in 8th edition. I actually said to him, was like, when was the last time you did so well at a tournament? And I think it was Iron Hands. Because he ran like a complete meta Iron Hands list one time and did, I think he got like 3rd place at like a big major style tournament. Because he just ran like a crazy overpowered list. Well, I mean all the real chapters, right? The ones that actually got like more than one character in a codex. So Ultramarines, Space Wolves, Dark Angels, all those chapters have a character, and I think for the most part it's always the chapter master, right? That will give them +1 CP. Iron Storm is so fun to play. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine Iron Storm. There was someone running like a Blood Angels Iron Storm list for a while with like Mephiston and a bunch of Dreadnoughts. I was gonna try it, but then I ended up playing Stormlands. What does Iron Storm give the Death Company Dreadnought that makes it good? No, he didn't have Guilliman. I think Guilliman's actually been dropped by a bunch of people, Marius, just because he's so expensive. Yeah, I mean, I think Dante, considering he's commanding half the Imperium, should probably have an ability that gives one command point, right? Can't figure out the angle on this damn leg. Oh, there it is, I think. You could try a real melee chapter like Space Wolves. Come on, man. I think every time I've had Space Wolves on the channel, I beat them, man. Oh, maybe that one time when they were Gladius, they beat me. Don't know if you remember that game, but it was like Space Wolf player was playing Gladius, and what did he have again? He had like 6 Eradicators inside a Redeemer. Yeah, I think it was a Redeemer, I think, or maybe it was a Repulsor. I can't remember, but he had a bunch of Eradicators anyway. The list that won the Nottingham GT had Guilliman. I mean, the Nottingham GT list was Innes, right? And he was playing the Blades of Ultramar detachment. That detachment is really good, man. I hadn't played it before, but after playing it once, I was like, wow, this is a really good detachment. I took Astaroth with 10 Death Company into 10 Terminator Squad and deleted them. Yeah, I think Astaroth can do that. My issue with Astaroth is, like, he can also have... it's just he doesn't give you a lance, right? I think that's the issue that I have with him. Like, I've had it where I go into like a big nasty knight or something, I don't roll any 6s and they've just bounced really hard. I get he can be strong. No, I really do get that he can be strong, just I don't think he's for me. guess I need to make another jump pack then, and an eviscerator. Now I think Gilliman's sweep is 14. But I mean, I think they'll be hitting and wounding on 2s, man. And then AP3. I feel convinced Gilliman's AP3 on his sweep. I mean, I should know I did play Gilliman for a hot minute, right? This guy with an eviscerator at this angle makes me feel like he's it feels like he's chaos, you know that? Because I feel like that's how they hold their giant blades. Mortarion wounds Victrix on 2s, he's 15 attacks on a sweep. Yeah, I think I got overly focused on the Victrix guard, you know that? Someone was asking, what do I think of the Sanguinor? Maybe it was a few minutes ago. Someone was asking, what do I think of the Sanguinor in Rage Cursed Onslaught? I think if you like the Sanguinor, play the Sanguinor, man. I mean, he's cheaper, right, than he was. I like Mephiston. He doesn't do quite as well as the Sanguinor, I guess, potentially, but he does different things. So I guess you just have to decide who you like. Do you like Mephiston or do you like the Sanguinor? I probably wouldn't take both. That's kind of where I land on it like that. I think they're too expensive to have both. Dude, I let someone at the event borrow my super glue and oh my goodness, they just... I should have taken the top off of it after I'd finished, after they'd used it. Wow. Like, I'm really careful with the top of my super glue. They've just like squeezed it like it's going out of fashion. Look at all this. It's far too much. I'd be surprised they didn't stick their fingers together squeezing out that much super glue. You need like the tiniest little drop of that stuff. And it's what a waste. I don't know what they were gluing back together. I think it was like a Necron Ghost Arc. Maybe they needed a lot of glue to get it to sit. For gluing on like marine arms, you barely need anything. Oh yeah, that's properly stuck already. Well, I was hoping to reposition it, damn it. Oh, I'm gonna stick my fingers together now, aren't I? Yeah, I mean, like, that's all you need. The tiniest little drop. When you're doing a two-handed weapon, I hate it if the weapon's too close to the chest, and then it's like you obscure painting the chest because you put the weapon too close to the chest. The Sanguinor as a Primarch will interfere with Sanguinius' return. Yeah, good point, Marius. They're going to bring back Sanguinius, aren't they? I mean, there's been a lot of drama in the Warhammer community, I feel like, this week, so, like, anything is possible now. Anything and everything is possible, huh? Astaroth is a bit of a no-no in Rage. The wound rerolls is nice, but the +1 AP is the moneymaker, and that doesn't interact well with Astaroth's dev wounds. I would rather have +1 to wound. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably it. Like, I don't think it's a bad idea to take Astaroth. I think he's fine. I think the free fight on death for the Death Company and a 4-up is fine as well. I mean, free fight on death for Death Company is always useful. But yeah, I think Astaroth is just the, you know, Lamartis is obviously probably the best. Then it's the Jump Chaplain, and then it's Astaroth. But I mean, if you roll 6s, if you roll hot on the 6s, then arguably he is the best, because he does probably have the most damage output potential. You just got to roll a fuckload of 6s, right? I mean, sometimes you do, when you're playing the game, sometimes you do roll an awful lot of 6s. It does happen, right? Yeah, I've been bit really badly by something on my arm here. I drew a line around it to see if it was getting bigger. I'm just gonna be back in 2.6 because I need to put like some more cream on it because it's itching like a mother. Yeah, I don't know what the hell it was, man. But what a nasty bite, huh? I'm assuming it was like a spider or something snuck into my house. Sanguinius should never come back. Yeah, but I mean, the once precious lore doesn't look like it's as precious now, right? We'll see. I think the problem probably will be that Sanguinius will probably sell a lot of models. So bring back Gabriel Seth instead. Yeah, I never saw what bit me. I do think they should bring back some Flesh Tearers or get them back in the setting somehow. I think people have missed the Flesh Tearers for 10th edition. How does the Death Company work when he comes back? Well, that's the question, right? And that's where the conspiracy comes in, right? You know that there hasn't been any Death Company boxes on the Games Workshop website for like 2 years, right? Like, you cannot buy Death Company. They don't exist. They're not on Warhammer.com. I made a video like, honestly, over a year ago now, asking like, there's no Death Company boxes. Why is there no Death Company boxes? So that's the conspiracy. You know, the same conspiracy where people think that the Earth is flat, you know? But yeah, I don't know. It seems weird that there's been no boxes. There's no Death Company box for sale. I'd like us to get a new character. Just don't know what that would be, right? Ultramarines seem to get plenty of new characters. The Earth is flat? My bad. My mistake. Yeah. I mean, Captain Carlian has never really had an official model. It was always just assumed that he was that Terminator captain from like the Death Storm box, right?
I have awoken.
Hey Aradine, 24 months of membership. What other character would you like to see? Example. A Sangri captain. Well, what about... I can never say his name right. Is it Ezekielian? He was the first captain of the Sangri Guard, right? But I do think Tycho, not Tycho. I do think Corbolo should come back, and I do think he should come back with a jump pack. Because if he just comes back without a jump pack, how is he going to be any different than like a Sangri priest, right? Because we had that before, right? Where it was just like, oh well, you always take the Sangri priest because he has the jump pack. You never take Corbolo. So I think if Corbolo comes back, he needs to be different. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to pronounce. Azkelion. Azkelion? I don't know how the fuck you pronounce that, honestly. But like, at one point he was rumoured to be the Sanguiner, and then that rumour went away. I don't really know, but like, what was the lore again? Like, he was the only remaining Sangri Guard after the Horus Heresy or something, and as such he became the captain of the Sangri Guard? I don't know. I feel like we deserve a new character. It's been too long. We really need the priest with the jump pack. Yeah, I mean that's what I think Corbolo should be, man. I mean he's the high priest, right? Like why? Like all the other like top characters have jump packs, so why would he not have one? So like Dante, Astroth, Lamartez. We all have jump packs. Corbolo, you walk. Give the Flesh Tearer's character High Chaplain Apollos a data sheet. I don't know if I know much about High Chaplain Apollos, I must admit. Yeah, thank you so much for 24 months of membership, Aradine. I do appreciate it. Corbolo did give you 1+ attack, but I feel like that was kind of missing the point, because everybody just took the Sangri priest with the jump pack and ran Vanguard veterans, right, Phil? I miss custom chapter masters. I mean, I did like it when you could customize the characters and you could give them like multiple warlord traits and multiple relics. That was pretty cool. Maybe that'll come back. You know, 40k kind of goes in cycles. You know, like they took away the psychic phase. I'd probably be willing to bet that at some point in the future the psychic phase will be back. You know, it goes up and down, swings and roundabouts, so they say. How do I feel with Assault Terminators and Rage Cursed? I'm pretty sure I made a video on that, dude. They're good. Use them. Yeah, why not? 5 attacks per model on the Thunderhammers. Devastating wounds. Yeah, I mean, what's not to like? I think it looks like it could be decent. I just haven't run it myself yet. Remember Tycho and the Rapid Fire Las Cannons? I do remember Tycho and the Rapid Fire Las Cannons. I think he used to also attach to a squad that could have storm shields. I think, if I remember correctly, I just got my squad of Tycho with the storm shields and the rapid fire las cannons ready, with the intention of taking it to a tournament, and a rhino ready. God, I think that was the last time I used that rhino. I just got it ready, and then they legends it before I managed to take it to the tournament. I hope they do a better job with the legends this time round, man, because I feel like last edition it was just brutal. Librarian Dreadnought, we need him back. Yeah, that'd be a cool one. I hope if they do bring him back, I hope they make him more customizable than the Death Company Dreadnought, who basically had zero customization, right? I feel a bit gypped with that zero customization Death Company Dreadnought, because I feel like our Dreadnoughts before were pretty cool. That squad was a fucking meme. It was a fun meme though, right? This game is supposed to be fun. You know, contrary to popular belief, we're here to have fun. Like, I have just been staying out. I've seen so many videos this week about all the drama about the custodes. I'm just not getting involved, man, like, at all. Like, you know, like, I'm in this hobby to have fun. To make friends and have fun. Is that alright? I still have 3 Librarian Dreadnoughts in the box. Alex, you have friggin' 3 of everything in the box, man. You're the most, I don't want to say insane collector I've ever met, but you're the most dedicated collector I've ever met. Alex was like messaging me, he's like, John, I want to buy 3, what was it you want? I can't remember. He's like, I want to buy 3 Leviathan Dreadnoughts, but they cost so much in America. And I was like, dude, they're expensive here as well, man. I can't figure out where the frick this gun's supposed to go. I'll put it down for a second. Finished gluing the jump pack. Tim says, I play Black Templars, John, but your videos have been amazingly helpful. Dude, I've got some Templars. I've played well, I called them Red Templars when I played them on the channel, but I've played Black Templars on the channel before. Played them on battle reports. Last edition I bought Grimaldus, and I bought Helbreck. I really liked it when the Helbreck had the like 2 weapon profiles. It's not... I feel like Space Marines get gypped on that. Like, I like when characters have swipes and sweeps, you know? Thanks so much for being here tonight, guys. So many people showing up. I appreciate it. 54 people in the live chat. It's quite a good number for just a random ass Wednesday night. Please leave a like if you enjoy tonight's stream as well. I do appreciate that. I customized my own Gabriel with a double-sided eviscerator. I just use him as Captain or Judas Sword. Do you know what? I customized my own Gabriel by sticking 2 chainswords together. So he's got a double thickness chainsword, man. You know, like that. It's fun to customize stuff, isn't it? There's 2 of you watching over on Twitch. Guys, thanks for keeping the Twitch viewership alive. I appreciate it. Hello Jason, good evening. Thank you John for putting out videos and live streaming this week. Jason, it's always nice to see you. Thanks for watching. Are you well? Have you considered Death Company with bolt rifles at all? No, I have not. They're surprising, as in... They're surprising that they even exist, or they're surprising in that they're good. I feel like Death Company with bolt rifles are... I feel like they're always going to be inferior to just intercessors, now that they give intercessors 4 shots. But I mean, maybe they could be surprising. Evening Tea Money, how you doing? I didn't know you streamed on Twitch. I stream on both YouTube and Twitch. But I mean, YouTube is typically where my audience lives, right? Because I do a lot of pre-recorded content for YouTube. I went 2-1-3 at my first GT with RCO. I had lots of fun. Well done, Mark. You know, it took me like, I think it took me like 7 years to win a GT when I came back to the hobby. So I had a bit of a break in the hobby from like, I think it was like 2010 to maybe like 2016. I came back, and then I didn't win the GT till like 23, 24. So it did take like 6 or 7 years. I had a bunch of very average performances in GTs over these years. Aradine, thank you so much for the gifted memberships, dude. I appreciate it. We have a members only Discord. If you want to hit !Discord in the chat, you can get an invite if you want to join. Thanks to Aradine. Dude, you're always supporting the channel, man. I appreciate it. T-Money is shaving shields down so you can freehand all over them. Do you know what? One of my friends let me borrow a couple of models for a tournament once, but they needed a bit of paint on them, so I wrote my name on the side of them with paint.
I have awoken.
Like, put 3 colours on them, but there we go. I have never played a game, but I've been building and painting Blood Angels for 10 years. Dude, you're missing out! Playing can be one of the most rewarding and fun parts, and you don't even need to play competitively. A lot of people will tell you that like tournament play is super important. It's not, man. Just hanging out with your friends, and that's what's important. Having a beer, playing a game of Warhammer, throwing some dice. That's more important than tournaments, honestly. Not to say tournaments aren't fun, or tournaments aren't good, but tournament play isn't, you know, some people have you believe it's the beginning and end of everything. It's not, man. Probably just a lot of people on YouTube are trying to make you think that, like, if you don't play tournaments, yeah, I don't know. That's one of the things that I like about our battle reports on Wednesday nights normally. Like, our battle reports aren't super, like, they're competitive, but, you know, they're not as serious as some of the other channels, I guess. Death Company get 1 chainsword, 1 eviscerator, a grenade launcher, but they get a heroic intervene for free, and they can punch up if you give them limb for 85 points to sit behind Mephiston in the middle. They're not too bad, says Nomac. Yeah, I just haven't committed to running the Death Company on foot, man. Maybe they aren't too bad. I just haven't committed to doing it. Got an old I've got an old Firstborn Death Company kit here. These kits are like worth their weight in gold, man, the old kits. Actually, speaking of the old kits, one of my channel members sent me these this week. Look, they're still in their shrink wrap all the way from USA. $44.99. The Firstborn Death Company, $59.99. They whichever store this is, Mayhem, they're taking the mick, aren't they? But these kits are somewhat priceless now. So it was Matthew Box. He's often here on the channel. Big shout out to Matthew for sending me these kits. What a kind person. I think he said that his pile of shame he had about 4 of each of them. A few people go a bit crazy for the old kits. I hate to say it, but that's the average price on the Sangre Guard. I mean, the Firstborn Sangre Guard, like the old kit, is even more expensive now, man. Just because you can't buy it anymore, you're stuck buying the new kit now, right? Kevin says he's hosting a King of Colosseum tournament next month. Played quite a bit in the last few months. It's a great points mode. Yeah, do you know what? I think next year I'll probably commit and buy the King of the Colosseum terrain, man. I'm sure I've said it. I'm sure you've heard me say this on the channel. The things I do for proper wings. Yeah, the old Sangre Guard wings are priceless now, right? The thing that I'm going to buy next for the channel is going to be like an AI camera. Because you can get like cameras that like track the people in the room with AI. So I want to get an AI camera to track on the live stream. Do members of Twitch get access to the Discord? Yeah, just exclamation mark Discord, and if you've got a membership account, you'll get. So I want to get an AI camera that will like track us in the room when we're wandering around and make the live shows, like the live battle reports, a little bit better, right? So I'm going to do that in the new year, basically, and then maybe after that, I'll commit to getting the King of the Colosseum terrain, because I think King of the Colosseum just sounds like a fun game mode I would like to play. Nothing on Discord. Oh, my bot will have gone to sleep. It likes to fuck off, man. Honestly. I think it's because I don't pay my bot. Like, I have a free bot that's supposed to come into the channel. It's there, look. It literally, right after you said, it's like, you can join the Blood Angel. Oh, no, it did reply. It did link the Discord. It just took a minute. That's what you get when you don't pay for your bot. Like, you have a free bot. He's just slow, man. You know, he's allowed to be a little bit slow because he's free. Do you know what? There's a really disappointing number of helmeted heads on this Blood Angels upgrade sprue, because I'm looking at it, it's like 2 unhelmeted, 4 unhelmeted, 5 unhelmeted. So there's 7 unhelmeted heads. I don't like unhelmeted heads. I mean, like, it's a fucking war zone. Why are you not wearing your helmet, bro? Come on. Oh, there's 8. There's 8 unhelmeted heads on this upgrade sprue. No, there's 7. No, there's 8. 8 unhelmeted heads and no fucking helmet. Like, where's the helmet? It's a war zone, bro. Why are you not wearing your helmet? Don't you get demoted for not wearing your helmet? Is that not a thing? Like, you're an idiot. Put your helmet on. You know, it's like if you're playing paintball or something and you took your helmet off, they'd be like, get your helmet on. What are you doing, you idiot? I want more beak helmets. So does everybody. Beak helmets are going to be so rare now, man. Like, I was building all my jump intercessors for a while with beak helmets. But I ran out of them. You can't drink blood with your helmet on? Okay. Good point. Still, I think you should wear your helmet. They're the peak helmets. The beak helmets are the peak helmets. Did you mean to rhyme that? I saved my unhelmeted heads for the Death Company. What? When you get indoctored to the Death Company to give yourself up to die, you have to take your helmet off. Get out of here. They're not that cheap. They still give them helmets. Maybe not the best helmets, but we'll give them something. Come on. Have we all watched Space Troopers? I must admit, I do not know what Space Troopers is. I have not watched it. Does that make me a bad person? I've watched Starship Troopers many years ago. My beaks are reserved for the Raven Guard. That's fair. Phil, I haven't decided what I'm doing with this model. Does it deserve its own video? Do you want it in its own video? I think that would be cool. Maverick says, it's been a while since I caught a live stream. Quick question, Firstborn or Primaris helmets? I feel like I prefer the Firstborn ones, but fortunately the Firstborn ones all sort of work on the Primaris models. So you can pick and choose, I guess. The Primaris just don't have the same level of customization on the helmets, right? No helmet so you can spot Horus better. I'm pretty sure the Blood Angels helmets have a Horus filter, Miles. Maybe they can just fuck with people and just turn it on so that they just see everybody as Horus, like a VR headset. And then they think that they've fallen to the Black Rage and then they can turn it off again, and it was like, ah, we got you. I don't know. I absolutely hate unhelmeted heads. Yeah, I mean, there's not many characters that I put unhelmeted heads on, I must admit. Dragon says, I was going to pick up a second Blood Angels Combat Patrol for some extra guard, and so to fix my assault intercessors since I built some wrong, but I was thinking about making a squad of Death Company too. Thoughts? I mean, Death Company are always kind of useful, man. Like, I'd be surprised. Like, I do think that we will have Death Company next edition. I do think you're going to want Death Company models. I mean, I'm literally building some right now. I've been playing Death Company the whole edition. I'm just making more with Eviscerators, right? I think if you're playing Rage Cursed Onslaught, you could definitely run 20 Death Company models. That would be totally viable. I think that even might be the best way to play that detachment, honestly. I like to think of Space Marines like Mandalorians. They should always be helmeted. Yeah, this is the way. Look, there's some nice classic Death Company helmets right there. That's what I was looking for. I forgot to look in this bits box actually. Oh, I've got I do have a scenic base for Ralderon. Or maybe I've only got half of it. Damn it. I'm sure that means the other half's kicking around somewhere. You remember those super old banners from like the early 90s, right? Oh, I was looking. That's a actual Blood Angels Heavy Flamer sponson made of metal. Look at that with a blood drop on it. I was just talking about trying to jerry rig a Ball Predator earlier. That's a good find. Oh, if I've got another one of them, that'll be cool. Oh, I do. Or is that a different? There's another metal, but there's another metal flamer. I didn't even know I had those, honestly. forgot what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a Death Company head. That's it, or a nice I try and make a cast of those and make more. I mean, it's gonna be pretty small compared to the size of the new tanks, man. That thing is friggin' tiny. You know, like there's an old Firstborn Dreadnought arm and it's like a third of the size. I've heard that people can scan things in now and then 3D print them. That's maybe what you'd want to do. Oh, I'm gonna keep. I don't know. It's weird that maybe one of them is like a different. I don't know what they're. I don't even know what tank they're from, I guess. Michael says he has 15 beak helmets. Happy to send them to you. Michael, I would feel bad taking your 15 beak helmets. Who's excited about the snow this weekend in the States? We're supposed to be getting more snow here in Scotland. I feel like we just got rid of a bunch as well, man. So I feel like I'm... It's only like middle of January, but I kind of feel like I'm done with snow already. Like, it was really, really cold here last week. Or the week before, you know, like... minus 10 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it was brutal. Oh, I'll keep these metal flamers out. Do you know what? That's I feel like I'm having an epiphany now where I know I've got more metal flamers somewhere else. I'm in Colorado and we're somehow missing all the snow. Is Colorado not like a place where you go skiing quite often? Is that not what that... Is that not a thing? I wouldn't mind like a blade... I was going to just say, I wouldn't mind like a Blade Guard style helmet for this Death Company. There we go, there's one. Let's give him a Blade Guard face then. With a little like, you know, the knights. We are the knights who say knee. That's what we're looking for. 18 inches of snow over 2 days. Yeah, I think we were supposed to get... I think they said 3 feet of snow over a week or something. Minus 30 in Winnipeg, Canada. We're projected to hit minus 50 because of the wind. When it gets that cold, Celsius and Fahrenheit become the same thing, right? I heard there's meant to be a large UKT Super Major in Edinburgh this July. Dude, I already just, like, literally last week committed to a tournament in July. And it's at Brewhammer, which is the big GT near Aberdeen. And I was going to say, I've like, the guy who runs Brewhammer has been trying to get me to go for like 3 or 4 years, so I don't think I could, bail out now for another GT. Just because, like I said, he's been trying to get me to go for 3 or 4 years. I finally agree, and then I'm like, last minute, like, no, I can't come. I've got a better, like, I don't want to say a better GT, but I've got another one, you know, like the same weekend. But yeah, no, I am actually getting to a point where like I can get away for more tournaments again, because there was a long period of time there with my kids being so difficult that like I literally couldn't go away. Well, I mean, I could go away, but my wife was really struggling. The kids aren't even that bad behaved. They're just they just don't listen, man. It's just very frustrating, you know, where it's like, come brush your teeth. No one comes. Come brush your teeth. No one comes. After about 8 times of asking the same thing, you're like, will someone please come and brush their teeth for the love of God, you know? So when you have to do that yourself all the time, it can be a bit difficult. Hey, this guy turned out alright. It's a 3D printed eviscerator. It's a Crimson Lords one. I quite like the Crimson Lord eviscerators. They're just different from the Games Workshop ones. Hey Quicks, what's happening? I hope we get Boxnot upscaled and an update for characters like Bjorn. Yeah, I think Bjorn was gonna... I could be wrong here, right? But I think Bjorn was gonna get put to Legends. And I think that the negative backlash that Blood Angels had maybe prevented them putting some of the other Boxnots to Legends for like Space Wolves and stuff. Because it feels like Space Wolves got like quite a lot of new stuff. They'd have probably been okay without Bjorn in that, but who knows? I have those eviscerators. Big fan. Yeah, it just gives you different options, doesn't it? I like how the Firstborn shoulder pads fit really nicely onto the Primaris ones, though, because I feel like it's a bit sad that there's no Primaris. Like, there's just no real Primaris Death Company heraldry, right? Like, if you look at the upgrade sprue that we got, you've got the Eviscerator, cool, but that's it, right? I mean, these feel more like vehicle upgrades, these little bits. These probably, like these Skulls and Bones, probably don't fit on any of the models. Maybe you could fit one of these on, but they're so small. Now, I feel really disappointed with this upgrade sprue, honestly. Like, I want to give it like a 4 out of 10. It's really not my favourite. And the fact that they gave you 8 unhelmeted heads and only 1 Blood Angels Primaris helmeted head. And, I mean, the Terminator head isn't even that cool. It's got the stupid bionic eye. I mean... yeah. I'm surprised they didn't get a Redemptor Bjorn, says Marius. Yeah, me too, Marius. How's your painting been going, Marius? I saw the last couple of days on your YouTube channel and Twitter that you've been painting again. How are you getting on? You feeling good? Getting your hobby mojo back for the new year? I feel like I've got my hobby mojo back. Not that it really went anywhere. I was just busy with Christmas and all that kind of good stuff, you know. I feel like I could have achieved more hobby-wise over the Christmas holidays, but I mean, I feel like I did spend a lot of time with the kids, so I mean, there's a plus on that. Rather than use the GW Eviscerator for this guy, I was thinking about giving him 2 chain swords. So I was going to build a Death Company guy with 2 chain swords, and that's going to be the Eviscerator model. Does that make sense? I mean, that's cool, right? I mean, I could just give him the GW Eviscerator. It's just, the one thing about the GW Eviscerator is it's going to mean that the 2 guys with Eviscerators essentially look identical. You know, like, gone are the days when you can customize that a little bit. So you're going to have 2 guys that look identical with Eviscerators. I mean, maybe that's okay. Maybe I'm overthinking things here. I mean, I feel like that's something that I probably do. Overthink things. Ah, 2 Scoops says double chainsword is cooler. His channel is just called Marius Gage, I believe. Do you know what? It would be super cool if, like, he's on like 100 and some subscribers. Let me link it in the chat, and if anyone's feeling generous, they can subscribe to Marius's channel. It's an Ultramarines channel, but I mean, come on, I play Ultramarines sometimes. They're not all bad. They are, you know, Gilliman said Dante didn't have to bow to him, so I mean, that's nice. See if we can get him like 10 or 20 subscribers. Let me see if I can find it. Channels. Here we go. He's on 165 subscribers. Let's get him some subscribers. If you're watching this in the replay, youtube.com/@MariusGage. There you go. It's a middle of the road upgrade spruce, says Thorgrim. Yeah, it's a very average upgrade. That's what I'm saying. It's like a 4 out of 10, Thorgrim. Like I feel like I can't get excited about the upgrade sprue, which is annoying because I loved some of our old upgrade sprues, and like even the little firstborn one. Like I've got a couple of them kicking around with like half the stuff on them, like this one, you know, with like the goblet and the nipple armor. 2 nipple armors, in fact, little knives with blood drops on them. I really like that helmet there as well. I think that's like a very iconic sergeant helmet with the 3 blood drops. And yeah, you do have unhelmeted heads, but I don't give a fuck about them. You know, I said to my son actually at dinner time, I was like, can you please get out from underneath the table? Because it's dirty underneath the table. We don't move the table, so we don't hoover under that table all that often. So please get out from underneath the dining room table. And he just looked at me. He's 4 years old, and he just went. I was like, right, you are in timeout. Get out of my sight. You know, like. So as much as I say it's getting easier to go away for tournaments, it's still somewhat fun. Vanguard veterans with 2 chainswords was crazy good before. Do you remember when company heroes could have 2 chainswords? I think that was one of the ways you could keep them super cheap as well. Because chainswords used to be free, and they used to give you 1 extra attack. So if you gave a company hero, oh no, they weren't called company heroes back then, they were called company veterans. If you gave a company veteran 2 chainswords, you essentially got 2 extra attacks, but it didn't cost any points. So it was just a way to get like lots of chainsword attacks on a unit. In that I had a few of them that were finished, like little company hero squads, because you wanted to give them storm shields so that they could tank up, but you also wanted to give some of them double chainsword, so they got a good number of attacks and they were super cheap. I've held on to those models. I don't think we'll ever go back to a state where we're allowed double chainsword. But you know, I enjoyed making them. I enjoyed having double chainsword. Blade Guard sword is so cool. I use them instead of the Eviscerators. Is the Blade Guard sword going to be big enough though?
I have awoken.
Daniel, thanks so much for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. 1 chainsword and 1 lightning claw was my favorite loadout. Yeah, I used to do the guys with a lightning claw and a storm shield. That was really good as well, wasn't it? Used to do that with both like flying Vanguard veterans and company veterans on foot. All the new sculptors went to work on Age of Sigmar, you think? I don't know. I don't know what the logic was behind making the Blood Angels models a little bit less intricate, exquisite, however you want to call that, right? I mean, Age of Sigmar launched a long time before 10th edition. Like, I think Age of Sigmar launched... I think we're on, like, 4th edition Age of Sigmar now. Dumas Inheritors. I came back from World Eaters to play Rage Curse, but... the Sangry Guard and the Death Company cycling a fallback and do whatever is nice. Yeah, I mean... The thing I do miss fallback and shoot and charge from Inheritors. The problem I had with Inheritors is that It's a detachment that needs a lot of shooting, I feel like, to get the most out of it. And I've played a lot of Inheritors. Like, I probably played Inheritors for the best part of a year. And like the most success I had with Inheritors was when I was using Inceptors. Inceptors are probably not my favourite unit. Because I seem to be very good at rolling ones for their overpowered overcharged plasmas. But if you like Inceptors, then I think Inheritors is a very good detachment. Just Plasma Inceptors aren't my favourite. It's the 10-year anniversary for Sigmar. Yeah, so you can't really say the sculptors were busy with Sigmar if the game's been out for 10 years, right? Blade Guard built with spears look awesome. Yes, Spear Guard, that's what I'm calling them. I've got one. Do you know what? I need to go and spray this one. I'm gonna spray him if it snows, because people always complain about spraying models when it's cold. So I really want it to snow, and then I'm going to spray him gold in the snow. And this guy is Spear Guard. What a cool fucking model this would be, or what a cool squad this would be for Blood Angels. Like, they're like proper. I mean, I know the Ultramarines sort of do the Spartan-y thing anyway, but this is like proper Spartan. I don't even know where I got this base with the dead Necron on it from. Like, I guess, was this a captain I was converting? It must be. I don't know what the fuck I was converting this from. But it looks cool, right? Very Blood Angels. Sangreguard Spear. Terminator Storm Shield. Iron Halo, because you can't have two, you know, because you want a Storm Shield and an Iron Halo. They don't stack, but you want both. Just in case he drops his Storm Shield, he's still got an invulnerable save. Or in case he gets shot in the backpack, he's still got a Storm Shield, you know? I think this was actually Dante's shoulder pad I put on him. Because that doesn't look like the standard Blood Angels winged shoulder pad. It looks like something a little bit snazzier. Might have been Dante's shoulder pad? I don't know whose shoulder pad that was. Oh, maybe it was one of the new Sangreguard. I don't know. It was the Blade Guard captain from the Indomitus box. Thank you. Yeah, I've got a bunch of models up here. Like, I'm trying to get. I'm wanting to get. I'm feeling motivated this year to try and to make sure that I'm doing painting every week again, or get moving with my collection. And now the Iron Halo gives you the invulnerable save and the Storm Shield gives you the extra wound. How dare you correct me, Phil? You're not the commander. Get out of here. No, I'm joking. I remember when the Storm Shield gave you the 3-up invuln. That's what we need. That's when the game was ridiculous. God, I could have used the 3-up invuln this weekend at the tournament, I swear to you. The Ultramarines player that had the Hellblasters with sustained and lethals and Oath of Moment, I have never felt so, like... I think he even used, is it Storm of Fire on them? To make them AP4 and ignores cover. So it was like 20 Hellblasters, re-rolling all hits, +1 to wound. I think he might have had rerolls of 1 to wound because of the Combi Weapon Lieutenant. And then AP4 no cover. You could move the chat box. My work is right under the chat box. I could probably just move the camera a bit. Thanks, Mike. I'm probably just not paying attention to what I'm working on. Or not paying attention to what you guys are seeing. Evening, Mike. Oh, excuse me. Tired. Or maybe not tired, just yawning. I've been on this post-Christmas diet, and I think just been feeling hungry every evening, man. What a drag. Terminator Armor saves were awesome when it was 3+ on 2d6. Yeah, I think Abaddon used to have 2+ on 2d6, wasn't it? So if you hit him with 0 AP, back in 2nd edition, he actually couldn't fail a save. Like, because he got to roll 2d6 for his saving throw and his save was a 2-up. That's correct? Yeah. Crazy days back in the day, huh? Is the best way to get off the excess bits with a butter knife? I'm new to collecting. Do you know what? Games Workshop sell a tool. I think I might have it right here. Apparently I don't have it in my little toolbox. Games Workshop sell a tool called the Mold Line Remover. But yeah, I mean, like, essentially what I'm doing is using a really blunt old knife to remove the mold lines. And to remove any bits of sprue that are like clipped off. The other thing you could do is you could use the back of the knife if the knife's not too sharp, because you're just trying to remove. But this knife is very blunt. I've been using it for hobby for like 20 years probably, maybe even more. I think I'm 42 years old. I'm pretty sure I stole this out of my mum's kitchen drawer when I lived with her when I was like 14. So I've been using this knife. Kitchen Devil, is that even a brand anymore? It was a brand like 25. Does Kitchen Devil still exist? I have no idea. I'm actually gonna Google that. Kitchen. Wikipedia is probably gonna tell me it's a brand that's been defunct for 20 years. Kitchen. All the sprues are lying on my keyboard, so I can't fucking type. God damn it. Kitchen Devil. Knives. Is that a brand? Oh, it's still a brand? Okay, they're still a brand. It looks like their website was made fucking 40 years ago. Jesus Christ. Oh, look at this website. Like, that is not a modern website. It doesn't even have like a date on it. Press office. That is password protected. Why would it? Yeah, okay, so, yeah, like I said, I've been using this knife for like 30 years. But yeah, to get mold lines off, you just need... GW will sell you a mold line remover tool for like 20 quid. Yeah, I've got one. The fact that I don't even know where it is probably lets you know that you don't actually need yeah, it looks like the website was made in Notepad. Yeah. So this knife, I mean, it's a pity the brand went out. Pretty because obviously they built shit to last. Maybe that's why they went out of business. Nobody replaced their knives. You should reach out for sponsorship. 30 years. Yeah, but no, I honestly stole this out of my mum's kitchen drawer. Like, probably close to 30 years ago, because I think I started in 1994, and I stole these clippers from my dad's toolkit about the same time. So these clippers are like 30 years old. Well, I mean, they were probably 10 years old when my dad had them, so I've been using them for hobby for like 30 years. And they were probably some cheap shit, but you know, they still clip good enough for me. I'll be sad when I lose those clippers, because I don't have that much of my dad's stuff left, actually, because he passed away like 16 years ago. So yeah, but at the moment they seem like these tools are going to be with me forever. So I'm a real advocate of, like, you do not need to go and buy the most expensive tool in the, you know, like, you can make a perfectly good army with cheap tools. You don't need to break the bank. I mean, it's nice to have nice tools, don't get me wrong, but it's not a you must have all the tools. The basic GW clippers fall apart after a few years, says Vale. Well, I feel like I stole these from my dad like 30 years ago. I have it on my desk, but lately I've been using my knife more, usually as I'm cutting off excess bits. Yeah, I mean, the mold line remover tool for Games Workshop is fine. I think you can If you're careful, I think you can remove them fine with a knife. It just takes practice, man. The Tech Marine on bike with a vortex grenade was always the best way to take out a Chaos Lord. I thought you were going to ask a serious question about the new edition. No, we've gone all the way back to vortex grenades. If anyone didn't play 20 years ago, a vortex grenade had a big template like this. It was like a 3-inch diameter, and wherever it landed on the board, right, it just basically sucked your model out of existence. It was like a fucking it was a grenade that was essentially a black hole. And when you put down the template, if it touched a model like this, so it was like half over this model, you rolled a 4-up, and if it was a 4-up, I think it was a 4-up, right? Your model just got sucked into the black hole. So it didn't matter how many wounds you had, it didn't matter what your armor save was, it didn't matter your toughness. It was like, if you got hit with a vortex grenade, you were just out the game, right? The vortex was a smaller template. Alright, maybe over-exaggerated with the template. But that was the rule though, right? If you got hit with a vortex, you were just done. You were gone. It didn't matter who you were, what armor save you had, you were just out. You were just done. I mean, that would certainly keep the new edition of the new edition of the game fresh, right? Imagine that. Imagine a tournament where yeah. Alright, imagine a tournament where everybody, in every game, they get to give one model a vortex grenade. So you're allowed to like keep it secret. You know, like, so you get a bit of paper before the game starts and you write down on the bit of paper, like, then you put it down on the table face down. So like, you choose one model, you know, so like this game it's Mephiston, so you just write Mephiston. So Mephiston's just sitting on like a vortex grenade, but your opponent doesn't know who's got the vortex grenade and they get to do the same. So like at any point in the game, you could even put it in the grenade launcher of like, you know, like repulsors have like whatever it is, like frag storm grenade launchers. You could put it in those as well if you wanted. So you just got one vortex grenade. Man, that would be actually really fun for a stream. And you need to get the old scatter dice, right? So like when you throw it, it doesn't always land where you want it to land. It scatters. You were destroyed on a 4-up, and at the start of every player's turn, it either goes away or it stays in play or it moves. Yeah, the vortex grenade would move around, wouldn't it? What was it, like D6 in a random direction, and if it touched you, you were just destroyed in a 4-up as well?
I have awoken.
Oh man. I want to play 10th edition with vortex grenades now. I should speak to Colin and we should come up with a fun name. I'm sure I've got a vortex grenade template. I'm sure I could find a scatter dice. What would we call it though? You know, like, you know how they called like the Maelstrom of Ruin or something? We'd have to have a really cool name for it. Phil, thanks so much for the 5 gifted memberships, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, Phil, what are we doing with this character? We're gonna make him his own video. Is that what we're doing? Tell me. What do you want me to do with him? D6 and a scatter dice. Yeah, like the hidden vortex grenade. I love this idea. I don't even know where that came from. My live streams are a bit random, aren't they? I was gonna say, and I'm sober tonight. Go figure. I don't really drink on work nights. Call it Vortex in the Void. Yeah, it would be silly, but it would be fun. At least they ain't boring. Thanks. I mean, we're at the end of the edition anyway. I know Colin and that have another tournament in like 2 weeks, but maybe after they finish they have another tournament, not this weekend but next. Because Andrew already said to me, he was like, can I play you next Wednesday on stream to get some practice before this next tournament? Because Andrew's wanting to change his Necron list. And I was like, yeah, of course you can play. So next week I'm playing Necrons. I'm playing the Awakened Dynasty, which is the Necron one where everybody revives all of the time. I might play Double Ball Predator, and I might also take a Death Company Dreadnought, or two. I'd have to proxy one of them, because I've only got one built. And I know that the last time I built a Death Company Dreadnought, it took me like 5 hours. I don't know if I've got 5 hours of hobby time between now and next Wednesday that I can build a Death Company Dreadnought and get sprayed. But I'm going to be playing Necrons on the channel next Wednesday night. Hello Gitley, it's been a hot minute. How are you, dude? You well? Sat here painting a load of models before of ITT next week. Cool. What you paint? What you got to get done? Yeah, Phil, I will DM you tomorrow, Phil. We'll figure it out. If I don't DM, if I don't call you, you call me. Because I was going to say, I'm sure I'll remember, but just in case I don't, DM me. I built the Death Company Dreadnought the other day. It was nightmare fuel. Yeah, I think the last time I built one, it took me like 2.5 streams to build it. I think it took about 5 hours. And I remember I built 2 Ballistas Dreadnoughts in like an hour and a half. Because, you know, like the easy to build version that only has like 13 pieces or something from the Leviathan box, and I was like, man, I don't like it when why do we need to spend 5 hours building a model, dude? I got kid. That's before we even put a coat of paint on it. I always come back to the excuse that I have kids, but like I like spending time with my kids, and I want to be there for them, right? So I don't want, like, if the kids are off school, I don't want to be like, kids, watch telly for 5 hours while I build this one fucking dreadnought. You know, like, that's not what I want, you know, I don't like ignoring them. Six Vanguard, 10 Scouts, 5 Death Company of the jump packs, 1 Combi Weapon Lieutenant, a Chaplain jump pack, and a Death Company Dreadnought. You're doing all that for a tournament next week, Gitley. You are mental. Are you going to sleep this week? We need to get like a case of Monster emailed to your house. Like, none of this like 4-pack. We're going to need to get you 12 cans of Monster. I was going to say, you ever done a workout after drinking one of those Monster energy drinks? I swear to God, I was doing a workout. I normally, when I go to the gym for like 45 to maybe like 75 minutes. But if I do 75 minutes in the gym, I'm usually pretty fucked by the end of it. Like, I have no energy, you know, all my muscles are sore. I had one of those Monster energy things, and I was like 90 minutes in, I'm still going. I was like, I've got loads of energy. I guess because I don't drink energy drinks all the time. I was like, those, what the fuck is in those Monster energy drinks? Because I felt like I could just go into the gym for like another hour or two. I ended up stopping just because I thought to myself, if I keep going, I'm probably going to hurt myself. You know, like I'll injure myself. And then I'll not be able to go to the gym for a couple of weeks. And there's nothing more frustrating, I guess, than wanting to go to the gym but not being able to because you've hurt yourself because you've overdone it. Infamous Zombie, thank you so much for subscribing. Did I hear you need a Brutalis? I need it built, man. I've got the model. It just takes 5 hours to build it, right? Get the kids to build the Dreadnought. They're only 4 and 6, man. Otherwise I would, I guess. Maybe in like 5 years' time I can get some free child labour to help me build some of my models. Good evening, Highland Phoenix. How are you? Phil's doing a team tournament this summer. I haven't been to a teams event in ages. I won the last time I went to a teams event, it was with Miles and Gav, and we won it. So I need to get to another teams event. If you're struggling to win a solo event, sometimes a teams event can help you switch things up. You know, teams events are probably a bit more winnable, and then get your confidence back a little bit. Vortex stream names. Vortex Grenades and Bad Decisions. Yeah. Yeet the Vortex. I like Yeet the Vortex, right? Vortex or bust. The Vortex drop. Yeah, we could definitely... I think something like the Secret Vortex. Would you like to borrow my Death Company Brutalis? Dude, if you didn't live like 100 miles away, I would borrow it, sure. It's fine. I mean, I've got 3 Redemptor Dreadnoughts. I'll just proxy a Redemptor Dreadnought, and I'll do that for a few weeks. And then if I decide that I actually like the Death Company Dreadnought, then I'll build my other one. You can't even drink Monster, but you still need to build them all by next week. Well, you need to find something that you can get. Red Bull gives you wings. You know, in my 20s, I used to drink like a can of Red Bull every single day. I can't imagine how bad that actually is for you. I was originally going to be doing Grey Knights. We already had a Marine player. He ended up dropping, so now I get to do my Blood Angels. Nice. Kevin says, "Sup, John? It's been a while getting ready for the crazy winter storm in South Carolina." I've been reading about some of the storms. We're also getting a pretty crazy storm here in the UK, but I wish you all the best. I hope everybody's safe. You know, I hope everyone can stay warm, and yeah. Winter this year in Scotland was... You know, every single year there's a storm and some people die because, like, trees fall on their cars and stuff, and it's so sad. Or there's accidents, you know, so it's like... Yeah, Mother Nature is not to be taken lightly, I guess. But thanks for tuning in, Kevin. It's nice to see you. It's getting a bit crazy actually this last 6 months, this last year or something, because the channel just keeps growing, man. I'm pretty convinced that this year is going to be the year that it breaks 25,000 subscribers, which is a bonkers number. You know, like if you go to an airport, each 747 or each terminal at the airport takes 500 people. So 25,000 subscribers is like the equivalent of, how many jumbo jets would that be? 50 jumbo jets of people. So when you're at like a big airport and there's 50 terminals, is that what they call them? Is that what they call them? Terminals where everyone's sitting waiting to board the plane? No, they don't call those terminals. Gates. There's 50 gates. Excuse me. When there's 50 gates in an airport, that's how many subscribers I have now. That's fucking crazy, man. It's getting crazy anyway. It's getting to a point where like I just can't comprehend it. And at this event that I was just at, honestly, it's so nice. I go to events now and like loads of people come and speak to me. And I don't remember half the people's names because I guess so many people come and speak to me, but they're all, you know, they all know me. Loads of them watch, even if they're not Blood Angels players, loads of them watch. So it's really it's been a crazy, it's going crazy. It's still going crazy. I will get through with stoicism and resentment.
I have awoken.
Okay, don't resent your models too much. Sean, thanks so much for subscribing. Scattering Vortex, that could be the name. I was mostly successful with Death Company Dreads when playing them very aggressively. Put them into the objectives early, turn 1 and 2, and follow them up with hammers. Do you put characters with the Death Company Dreads then, right? Because otherwise they're 0 OC, right? So what's the plan for getting them some OC? Because that's the thing I'm not really sure about, Quicks. The East Coast is getting hammered all week long. It looks like shoveling snow is in my future. Dude, I just got finished shoveling snow. Atlian says, I have 25 jump pack intercessors from various boxes I've collected. How many would you recommend painting Death Company versus regular? I have been to a bunch of tournaments where I've taken 10 regular jump intercessors. So my experience, my advice would be: you do not need more than 10 regular intercessors at lane. And they're a very easy squad, right? The sergeant has a power fist and a plasma pistol, and then one other guy has a plasma pistol, and then it's all chainswords and bolters. So they're an easy squad. So you just want 10 like that. So 2 sergeants, so 2 guys with chainsword and power fist. Then I think, sorry, not chainsword and power fist, plasma pistol and power fist. Then you want 2 guys with plasma pistol and chainsword, and then everyone else is bolt pistol, chainsword. And then everybody else make his Death Company. And Death Company a bit more nuanced in terms of who can attach to what. But I have made videos on that, so it is on the channel. You can go check it out, and you can, like, there's a specific Death Company video that talks about attachments and stuff like that. I'm gonna hit critical mass soon. Yeah, maybe. I mean, the Blood Angels Reddit has like 47,000 people on it. So I feel like I'm probably only scratching the surface. Well, maybe not only the surface, but yeah, I mean, I think there's plenty to add. There's plenty to do. I mean, I'll still be here, like you say, Marius. Thanks. I'll be grafting, and I enjoy what I do, man. I think that helps loads, right? Like, if you enjoy what you do, like I enjoy helping people. I enjoy trying to tell people to be better opponents at Warhammer. Like, yeah. You don't put anyone with them. You just have the combi weapon lieutenant to score points. Fair enough. P1K says, I'm new to 40k in general. Death Guard is my main army, but I paint the Marine half of the kill team as flesh tears, and I'm planning on having them as a second army. Then welcome. If your Death Guard is your main army, dude, there's another channel that the guy actually watches my channel sometimes. He's called the Disgustingly Resilient Podcast. So search YouTube for that. I'm not going to try and spell it for you because I don't even... I mean, I probably could spell it, but... Disgustingly Resilient Podcast. It's a channel all about Death Guard. Tells you how to get better at Death Guard. Talks about Death Guard tactics. I would check him out. And then for your Blood Angels needs, I'll be here. We'll be here. Right, I was gonna do 2 chainswords. So I've got a right-handed chainsword here with a blood drop on it. So I need a left-handed chainsword. Bonus points if it's got a blood drop on it. Maybe the Blood Angels upgrade sprue will have one with a blood drop on it. Do you know what? The left-handed chainsword on the Blood Angels upgrade sprue does not have a blood drop on the chainsword. Oh, that's a jip, isn't it? What's that about? Yeah, the one on the other upgrade sprue doesn't have a blood drop on it either. Wow. That's a real jip. The blood drop is in the purity seal. Yeah, I saw it in the purity seal, but unless without a magnifying glass, who the fuck is seeing that? It's about 1 millimeter big. We're getting shafted here, I swear. Alright. Fortunately, I've got a firstborn one. And look, you get 4 blood drops. And an X for the Death Company. And another 4 blood drops. Well, that's a bit better, isn't it? Or you can have a chainsword with one of these wing pieces. Maybe this guy's just gonna have short arms. I'm gonna cut those 2 off. Because let's face it, it's not like I'm building Firstborn anymore, am I? I mean, the other thing we could try and do is we could try and lengthen their arms a little bit. I'm subscribed. Oh, you're subscribed to Disgustingly Resilient, and they're great. Okay. I really want this one with the 4 blood drops. Firstborn models are just basing decor now. Are they? I honestly can't believe that the Blood Angel's upgrade sprue chainsword arm does not have a blood drop on it. Like, that seems like such a jip. How much longer is the chainsword? Like, it's gonna look weird. Is my chainsword gonna be small? I mean, the chainsword's gonna be... It's not that much, is it? It's gonna be a tiny bit smaller. Are you gonna notice that? That arm is actually a really awkward angle. You can cut it at the wrist and it'll fit on nicely to the Primaris arm. Yeah, it's like if you cut them at the wrist, you get that sort of do you remember in Scary Movie when the guy had like the really weird small hand? But you're right, Mike. I think that's what we're gonna do. No 40k army has been done dirtier than Blood Angels for new sculpts this edition. But I'll cut one at the wrist. I'm going to cut that other one halfway up the arm. I'm going to try and make this work. Because I'm stubborn. Yeah, this is my strong hand. That's what I was talking about. Yeah. Do you know what I watched over the Christmas holidays? That I asked my wife, because here's the thing, right? Like, I'm up here in this room doing Warhammer stuff most nights. And I guess if I wasn't streaming, I would just put on like some bullshit movie in the background, right? Or put on an audiobook, or I like to listen to Metallica. Or I would listen to Metallica, right? Or something of that nature. But obviously, because I'm streaming, I'm talking to you guys, and then I listen to like copyright-free music. So like when I'm... Where am I going with this? What I'm trying to say is like, my wife always ends up watching loads of TV shows and stuff that I just haven't watched. And people are always telling me like, watch this show and watch this movie, and like I just haven't ever watched it. And over the holidays, I watched Happy Gilmore 2, and my wife said it was absolutely crap. She's like, it's, you know, she'd like slagged it off, saying like, no, you're not gonna like Happy Gilmore 2. It's not worth watching. I was like, I was on the cross trainer. I was doing my exercise. I was like, oh fuck it, I'll just watch Happy Gilmore 2. And it was obviously not as good as the first one, but I actually did quite enjoy it. I must have not watched an Adam Sandler movie at this point for like, I couldn't even tell you what the last one was, 20 years ago. But yeah, I didn't absolutely hate Happy Gilmore 2. I enjoyed it well enough. The 11th edition box is rumored around Blood Angels. Correct. I think inside that 11th edition box, the rumor has it that we're going to get... Let me think for a second. The rumor has it that we're going to get... Vanguard Veterans, maybe. A Jump Chaplain, maybe. Yeah, this would be a good arm to take the plasma. Maybe better to take a bolt pistol just because. So I need a right arm, ideally somewhat straight. Take this. Yeah, it's going to be fast attack stuff painted red. Hopefully it's a little bit more than that, right? I mean, I guess the question is, what weapon options are they going to actually give Vanguard Veterans? Like a Vanguard, like, because if I'm remembering correctly, Vanguard Veterans used to get Power Fists, Lightning Claws, Thunder Hammers. I think they could take Power Swords and Chain Swords as well. So Vanguard Veterans actually had quite a lot of different weapon options, right? Was there something else? Power Sword, I think maybe they even had Power Axes? I very much doubt the 11th edition box would have Sangre Guard in it, Boris. I think that's too... I mean, I think that's too focused on one faction, right? I wouldn't expect to see any like chapter specific units in the starter box. So it'll be all generic stuff. So Vanguard Veterans and a new Jump Chaplain make a ton of sense. You maybe even get a captain on a bike, like a generic captain on a bike. That might make sense. Maybe like Outriders with special weapon, heavy Outriders they might call them. Praying for tactical intercessors. What do you think tacticals could do that intercessors can't do, man? Like get a single missile launcher? Like I think gone are the days where a single missile launcher or a las cannon and a squad of tactical marines is actually meaningful. Right? Like I think that's a reach. There'll be a bunch of red ultramarines, says Origin Painting. Yeah, I mean I think that's sort of where that's sort of what I'm saying, I guess. Maybe just not saying it as clearly as you'll be lucky to have red ultramarines. We've got mad drip these days. That is true. The ultramarines are getting some drip now, aren't they? Look at this, the sass coming out from the ultramarines players. We gotta watch out. I think it's gonna be a real pain in the arse to get these chainswords to work, man. We just don't have the... We don't... It's frustrating, we don't have the drip on the new stuff, man. I'm just gonna build the damn GW train. I'm just gonna build the upgrade sprue chainsword. The 2 chainsword idea is nice. I mean, unless I try and take them off even closer to... And it's just the hands that we're just gonna stick onto arms, maybe. But no, I mean, as much as you joke, Marius, I do think the starter set will be as generic as humanly possible. I keep finding myself saying that, as humanly as possible. What fucking movie is that from? It's a weird. I feel like it's a weird thing to say. Gilliman dies in order to have Sanguinius resurrected. Now that would be too controversial. Refresh the Rhino and the Land Raider. I mean, those things are kind of iconic. I kind of thought we might get a new Gladiator tank, honestly. Or a new, like, Gladiator-style chassis. Anyone else getting issues with the stream audio? I don't know. Anyone else getting issues with the audio? It's honestly getting kind of late, so as soon as I get these arms on, I might have to go anyway. It's like past 11 o'clock, and I gotta make my lunch and shit for work tomorrow. Dracula, thanks for hanging out tonight, dude. Nice to see you. No, it sounds like it's your machine. It sounds like for once my stream isn't fucking up. Alright, I got it where we're down to just the hand on this one, so we just need an arm. I'm sure I've got an arm this could go on. So that's one. I really wanted to try and keep the purity seal and stuff, but I think we're just going to lose the other one all the way up to the wrist as well. I find those that complain about the drip are mid-modelers and painters. Because, like, I don't understand, because I'm definitely a mid-painter. I feel like my conversions can be okay, it's just time dependent. I suppose it just depends on how passionate you are about it. I like the Firstborn Sangre Guard wings, but I think that's more of a, like, nostalgia thing. Because let's be real, sticking those Firstborn Sangre Guard wings on was a real pain in the ass. They also like to, they always like to break, they always like to fall off at opportune moments. But was I upset that they didn't put wings on the new Sangre Guard? Yeah, I must admit, a little bit. Yeah, it sounds like we're in the same boat a little bit. Strywills. Yeah, I was kind of hoping we'd get a refreshed Ball Predator. I don't know what we're calling it. The Gladius Ball Predator. You know, like, I have a Gladiator Reaper. I never use it now. I mean, I did use it before. I just feel like I never use it now. This is a incursor sprue. Or maybe yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in cursor sprue. Definitely attach a chainsaw onto that hand. I think Gabriel Seth will come back, man. I really think Corbolo will come back as well. I feel like it would be a real dick move for them to not bring Seth back when like people had collected Flesh Terrors for years. Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't do that. Yeah, the only reason I haven't released the tool, man, is because I'm worried that Games Workshop will shut it down because then it'll be like I can't figure out the copyright implications of what I've made. So I've made a tool where I can literally feed every single unit in the game, and I can give it any of the modifiers, so like lethals, devastating, reroll hits, reroll wounds, +1 to wound, -1 to wound. The tool can do everything. I just don't know what the legal ramifications are for me releasing said tool. Like, I've been flying under the radar from Games Workshop, like, you know, like I don't know where they stand with me. Do they like me making Warhammer content? Do they not like me making Warhammer content? I don't know where I stand, man. I don't speak to anyone there. I tried reaching out before. They didn't want to talk to me. So I just don't want to release the tool and then have, you know, like, whatever you want to call it, they lawyer up and they come after me. Well, I'm going to lose instantly if they do that, because I can't afford to fight them. So I think that because I don't share the tool and it's just used for my tactics videos, I think it's okay. Like because it's never shared, there's no hot water I can get into. But I don't know the ramifications, man. I don't want to do anything that risks the future of the channel, or upsets Games Workshop, I guess, right? When I started this YouTube channel many years ago, 5 and a bit years ago, the channel actually was originally called, a proper Captain Carlian would be nice. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? The channel was originally called Blood Angels Commander, right? And then at some point over the 5 years, this was probably like, there's probably like at least 2.5 years ago, Games Workshop started shutting down all the channels that had like Warhammer in their name. You remember? They shut down like a bunch of animation channels. And I was like, well, I certainly don't own any copyright on the term Blood Angels. So I changed the name of the channel to just BA Commander. Badass Commander. That's from that Transformers movie, Badassatron. But you know what, I think I just lucked out. One of these easy to build sprues has a right arm on it. Maybe that's what I need. So yeah, we could rename all the things to generics. That could be an option, Phil. I just don't want to piss Games Workshop off because I like my channel and I don't want to get shut down. As long as you don't monetize it or put their images on it, you should be fine. Is that true? Because I did go onto the Games Workshop website and try and read up on what I was allowed to do, and I couldn't find in clear detail. I'm sure they have a tool that does everything that my tool does internally, man. Like, I really can't imagine they don't have a tool that does basic stuff like lets you generate one unit against the other and give it sustained hits. Oh fuck, I need a left arm. I got excited there. I thought I needed another. No, I already did the right arm. I'm a dumbass. There's a left arm here with one of these little hand scanners in it, though. We could just fucking take that hand scanner off. Or the pointy finger one. Yeah, like, if I knew that it was going to be okay to just share it, I'd have shared it already. Because, I mean, I worked a lot on it and got it to a point where I was, like, pretty happy with the functionality it can do, right? Like, I think it can do every rule. I even have it working with stuff like putting in sustained hits and putting in numbers and putting in D3 damage. Yeah. I don't know the legality of it, man. I'm not a lawyer. I can't afford a lawyer. What I can do, though, is if you tell me what unit that you want to know the maths on, I can make a video about that, though, because it's my own tool that I'm using for personal use, so I don't see how that is a problem. Oh my goodness, I've done it again. Oh, I'm telling you, it's getting late. I've got two right arms with the hands off and filed now. You can tell I'm getting tired. Game question to interrupt hobby time. Let's do it, my Evan. Had to think for a minute, dude. It's been ages since we talked, man. How are you, Origin? Hit me, what's the game question? With the number of large monsters and the high toughness models, is lag a decent call to get strength 10 power fists? I mean, lag is probably still the most popular / most played Blood Angels attachment, right? I mean, it does still occasionally win tournaments, I guess. I've been playing with RCO, but I'm having a lot of problems into Demons and Catan. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's having problems into Catan, man. Yeah. I mean, is RCO miles better than Liberator Assault Group? Probably not. If your enemy has tons of invulnerable saves, then, I mean, it makes sense. I saw you cut a second left arm and thought, yeah, he's too tired. Yeah, I think that's the end of the stream, pretty much. I've been, like I said, I've been dying a lot this week. I've been dying a lot this month, so I have been feeling pretty tired in the evenings. And pretty hungry. But that's fine. I'll be back on Saturday night to do more. I've got... Oh no, you know what? I won't be back on Saturday night this week, but I will have Necrons on Wednesday night, and I'll probably be live on Sunday night to look at army list shows, and there'll be a tactics video on Friday. Yeah, this guy's going to be double chainsword. So, and maybe for the next hobby stream, I'm going to try to get together stuff to jerry rig a Baal Predator. So I'd like to get 2 flamers of the Baal Predator. But yeah, so I think that's the end of the stream, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much to everyone that subscribed, that was new to the channel. I appreciate it. And the super chats, I always appreciate those. And the gifted subs, thanks very much. Remember, you can join our Discord. If you want to learn more about Ultramarines, you can also join Marius's YouTube channel. I put a link in earlier as well. I'm sure he would appreciate getting a few new subscribers too. So have a great evening, people. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on Friday's tactics video, and then I'll see you on Sunday night for the army list show. Take care. Good night.